Alright everyone, I'm going to show you how to do an independent buffer mod on the Crybaby. Most mods, including the ones I've done in the past, have you completely remove the buffer. This mod separates the buffer from the wah circuit and puts the buffer on its own independent true bypass toggle switch. So we can turn the buffer on and off independently from the wah. So if you're using this as your first pedal, you can choose to turn the buffer on and have a buffered signal to power through the rest of your pedal board. To do this mod, all we need is an on-on switch, either a double pole, double throw, or a triple pole, double throw, a true bypass switch, 2 3-inch wires, and 1 6-inch wire. The first thing we're going to do is remove the circuit board from the housing, and we're going to break this trace right here, and we're going to break this trace right here. Alright, we're going to break this trace with a flathead screwdriver or a razor. We're going to dig this area out right here so that pad and that pad no longer touch. And we're going to dig this area out right here so this pad no longer touches the trace that comes this way. Alright, yours should look like that. Next, we're going to get our 3-inch green wire and solder it onto that pad right there. And we're going to get our 3-inch blue wire and solder it to that pad right there. Alright, yours should look like that. This is the input to the buffer. This is the output from the buffer. Next, we're going to get our 6-inch white wire, and we're going to solder it to that pad right there. Alright, yours should look like that. This is our new input effect wire. Next, we're going to put the circuit back in the housing. We're going to remove the old switch and replace it with our true bypass switch. Alright, we're going to get our on switch, and we're going to solder a jumper wire on the top outer lugs like this. Alright, next we're going to get the green wire from the ribbon. We're going to cut and solder it to the left center lug. Alright, yours should look like that. The green wire from the ribbon is now on the left center lug. We're going to get the rest of the green wire and solder it onto the right center lug. Alright, yours should look something like that. The green wire coming from the ribbon is on the left center lug, and the rest of the green wire is on the right center lug. Next, we're going to get the green input wire from the buffer, and we're going to solder it to the bottom left lug, and our blue output wire from the buffer is going to go to the right bottom lug. Alright, yours should look something like that. Next, we're going to move on to the true bypass switch. First, we're going to start off by putting a jumper wire on the bottom outer lugs. Then we're going to get our green wire and solder it to the left center lug. And we're going to get our purple wire and solder it to the right center lug. Alright, yours should look something like that. Next, we're going to get our white wire, our effect input wire, and we're going to solder that to the top left lug, and our double blue wire is going to get soldered to the top right lug. Alright, there it is. The wah circuit is now true bypass, and the buffer is now independently on its own true bypass switch. Again, if you're using it as your first pedal, you can choose to turn the buffer on or you can have it off. Let's hear the difference between a buffer sound and an unbuffered sound. And at the very end, I'll turn the wah pedal on just so you can see that that is functioning correctly. Alright, thanks for watching my video. I ended up adding lights to the true bypass switch and a light to the buffer, as well as a three-way voicing switch, control knobs for the sweep, mid-range, volume, and gain. I have other videos that show you how to fully modify a Crybaby, how to do the Joe Bonamassa bypass mod, and how to change your Crybaby into a volume pedal.
That's good stuff.